I might not have told you, but Rebecca is coming back tomorrow, so I cleaned up the room for her.
Huh? What? What do you mean? You cleaned up for her return, to where?
I moved everything into the smaller room for her. Rebecca is pregnant, so it's only natural, right?
Did you move my belongings in my room without my permission? Why would you do that without discussing it with me first? Moreover, I'm currently residing at our parents' house. Why do I have to give up my room for Rebecca?
Rebecca will be staying with us for a while in the future.
Staying with us. What?
She's returning home for a childbirth visit, and will be staying here to take care of the baby for a while after birth. Sapphire, you should endure it as the older sister.
Endure it? Shouldn't you have discussed this with me beforehand? I am also a resident here, you know?
Rebecca is pregnant with our grandchild. It's only natural to prioritize her.
Haven't you always prioritized Rebecca even before she became pregnant?
What are you talking about?
Never mind. Anyway, I'll clean up my own things in the room later. Let me know when you find out how long Rebecca will be staying here.
Did you think that I wanted to move back to our parents' house?
I never said that, but why do I have to give up my room? I'm the one currently living here.
What's that supposed to mean? Just because you're my older sister who works at a factory doesn't mean you have any special privileges or rights.
What's wrong with working at a factory? I work hard and earn my own money. You, who have been a lifelong freeder, have no right to look down on me.
I'm married and pregnant. So it's important for me to take care of our parents after childbirth. I'm fulfilling my duties as a daughter, don't you think?
Well, that's one way to think about it. But how long do you plan on staying at our parents' house? I mean, what are the plans?
You've never given birth, so you don't know how much time I'll need there. Besides, it's better for the baby to be taken care of at our parents' house, even after the birth.
Well, that may be true. But does that mean we'll be living together from now on? Rebecca is only in her 4th month of pregnancy. Isn't it too early for a childbirth visit?
You're annoying, always talking nonsense like a germ carrier.
Are you calling me a germ carrier now?
Your presence at our parents' house is making the environment unhealthy. Why can't we live together? When are you going to move out? You're already 35 years old, don't you want to be independent?
Why don't you say that to your own parents?
What do you mean? I'm the one who is loved more by our parents than you are. You should understand your position and move out soon, okay? Or do you want me to kick you out?
Why are you assuming that I need to be kicked out? I've already been living in this house for 4 years.
You're still working at the factory, right? You probably have some weird bacteria or something.
Your statement could offend a lot of people. Do you have any idea how many people work at a factory in this country?
I don't want to think about that kind of stuff, it's too much trouble. But if I return to our parents' house, your position won't be the same. We'll just live with the rest of our family, like we did before.
Rebecca hasn't changed at all, as usual.
I threw away all your stuff. I helped Mom, even though I'm pregnant, so you should be grateful.
Are you serious?
It was just old clothes and trash that you wouldn't wear anymore anyway, right? I threw them away for you, so you should be grateful.
No one would be grateful for having their belongings thrown away without their consent. Did I ask you to throw them away?
Who's the crazy one here? Should I introduce myself?
Stop joking around. How many times do I have to tell you not to throw away other people's things without permission? You and Mom are both too selfish. What exactly do you want me to do?
I'm planning to kick you out of the house anyway.
Huh? Kick me out?
I don't want the baby to be infected by any germs. I want to create the best environment for the baby.
So you want to kick out your sister who came to visit for a childbirth visit?
I don't want the baby to be infected by any germs.
What are you talking about, germs? Stop saying whatever comes to mind. Well, it seemed like Mom and I were having a meeting. I thought something like this might happen. The important things have already been moved.
You're surprisingly perceptive, aren't you? I don't want your dirty hands touching my precious baby.
There's still a long time until the birth, though.
That doesn't matter. Don't get involved with our family, you lowly factory worker.
You keep saying such things.
It's obvious that factory workers are covered in germs. I don't want the baby to catch any pathogens, so get out of here.
Okay, then leave.
We'll have to disinfect the whole house. I should have just burned all of your stuff. I already asked for it to be picked up as waste.
You're such a jerk for doing things like that without permission. I'm done. I've decided to leave. Even though our parents have always favored you. They're trying to kick me out with you. I'm disgusted. I'm cutting ties with you and pursuing a free life.
Keep talking, you poor, lowly, factory worker.
Well then, goodbye. You're going to have a tough time from now on, but do your best. Just remember that I won't ever help you again.
Hasn't Mom also been calling you? Why aren't you picking up? What do you mean by ignoring our calls? Where are you now?
Yes. Didn't we cut ties and you left yesterday? Why are you contacting me now?
What do you mean, why? We're being urged to evacuate by the real estate agency. What's going on? Mom is worried too.
Mom and Dad should know about it. The house was in my name.
What? The house is under your name?
Don't call me big sister. I no longer have any responsibility as your sister. I've cut ties with you, so that's that, right? I don't think of you as family, so that's how it is.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
I already went through with the procedures for selling the house when I left. It's my house, so it's my freedom to do whatever I want with it, right? If you really want to live there, buy it from me. It won't be cheap, though.
What are you talking about? I don't understand. It's our family home, isn't it?
Then why don't you pay for the mortgage yourself? Our parents took out a loan for stocks, but they used up all their assets. You'll have to pay for it.
What? What are you talking about? What loan?
They took out a loan for stocks and used up all their assets. They can't do anything now. That's why I've been supporting our family since I came back home 4 years ago.
What? I didn't know anything about it.
You probably didn't hear about it. I managed to get by with my own money. There was no point in telling you. Maybe they just wanted to look like good parents in front of their beloved daughter.
I didn't know that, so what should I do now?
Those people only used me. They were always looking down on me and laughing at me with my sister. I was sick of them, to be honest. Anyway, my fiancé copyright and I were already talking about living together. So it's a good thing I moved out.
What are you talking about? Engagement? I didn't even know you had a boyfriend.
We weren't close enough to talk about private matters like that, were we?
What do you mean by factory worker with a boyfriend? Aren't we both just low-wage workers? There's no point in moving out, is there? What if you come back home? Don't do anything stupid like selling the house.
You should shut up already.
Huh?
You've been looking down on me for being a factory worker, but the truth is, I used to be a technician at the factory and had a higher income than you'd imagine.
Huh? A technician?
Well, I won't help you anymore. You look down on people just because they work in a factory. You're scum. It's only natural that you should suffer for it, don't you think?
But even if you say that.
Besides, I know the truth. Actually, it wasn't a childbirth visit. You were kicked out by your husband for cheating. And you were about to be abandoned.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about? Did you tell our parents that?
I didn't. But I confirmed it with your husband because I thought it might be the case. Our parents relied on your husband's income. They thought it would be okay to drive me out. But in reality, you have no income. You have nowhere to go even after giving birth. I thought it was strange that you were talking about a childbirth visit.
Hey, wait a minute. This is too much. Are you serious about selling the house and kicking us out?
Of course I am serious. And since you and our parents have nowhere else to go, you'll be kicked out too. I've already asked a real estate agency to sell the house.
You can't do that. That's just too cruel.
I can do it, and I will. Anyway, good luck finding a new place to live. Bye.
We really got kicked out, didn't we?
That's what I told you, didn't I? Well, I'm glad you found a new place.
We're living with our parents in a cramped, run-down apartment we managed to find.
Spare me.
Don't say such cold things. We're sisters, aren't we? Aren't we supposed to help each other when we're in trouble? Let's help each other out, big sis.
You only say convenient things, don't you? Even if you begged me for help, I wouldn't do anything for you. Weren't you the ones who kicked me out?
I wasn't myself at the time. It's going to be tough if things stay like this, so please help us. Please give our childhood home back to us.
Just give up if you can't buy it back. I won't ever see you again. Well, at least you won't be spreading germs to your child, that's a relief. Although, living in a rundown apartment is not ideal in terms of hygiene. But it's your own fault, right, little sister? In the end, Sapphire used the money from selling the house and her savings to move into a new apartment with her lover and start a new life. Sapphire felt that the child was innocent and so she sent money for the baby. The family disappeared and went completely off the grid. Sapphire has given up on finding them and has decided to move on. Maybe it's best not to get involved any further. Let's just hope that they are somewhere happy and healthy with their child.